imagine that all Muslims in the world decide to have their own Muslim state. This is our land, and any Muslim in any country is eligible to be a citizen in our state. Forget about all of your native languages, English, French, Spanish. We will all speak Arabic because it's the language of the Quran. Or imagine that all Christians of the world did so, or Buddhists, etc. How would the world react? Of course, we will all refuse it, because according to the modern civilization, any civil state should be secular and based on citizenship, not religion. There might be a very good question. You don't have these civil states in your Arab world. Well, we tried to launch many uprisings, but unfortunately we failed. But guess what? Israel is allowed to be an exception. Israel is the only state that's based on religion in the whole world. A state for the Jews. Any Jew anywhere is automatically eligible for the Israeli citizenship. They revived the Hebrew language after 2000 years just because it was the language of the Torah. At the very beginning, the world was told that they established the state because they wanted to save themselves from the atrocities that were committed against them in Europe. Don't get me wrong, I don't underestimate these atrocities, and they were really horrible, but these atrocities has ended and Hitler was dead in 1945. So why do they still encourage Jewish immigration till this day?
At a cabinet meeting, Benjamin Netanyahu announced a $45 million plan to encourage Jewish immigration.
We say to Jews, to our brothers and sisters, Israel is your home. We are preparing and calling for the absorption of mass immigration from Europe.
Why is there a ministry in Israel called Aliyah, or Ministry of Immigration? And they keep saying that God reunited them.
From the north, the south, the east, and the west, God is regathering the Jewish people to the land of Israel.
Because that's the real point. It's a state based on religion. They follow a verse in the Torah that says that God promised to give them this land, and we all have to deal with this promise. The official numbers say that in 2022, Israel welcomed over 74 immigrants, or to be accurate, settlers. Imagine the total number since 1967. And to be able to absorb all of these numbers, they must build new settlements and kick more Palestinians out every day. So the Palestinian land keeps shrinking, and they will never stop because it's a state based on religion with the sense of self-righteous. God gave us this land, so we have the absolute right to kick them out. Now imagine that you are a Palestinian in a situation like that. What could you do just to keep your home? So does Israel give them any chance for a compromise, an agreement, a treaty? No, because they don't even have fixed borders to negotiate for, because Israel keeps bringing new settlers. So the only solution that unfortunately will never happen, that Israel stops manipulating and acting like a state based on religion, and to accept the fact that there is no Hitler anymore and it's a civil world, and if any Jew feels oppressed anywhere, he has to defend his rights as a citizen, not to search for a solution in a Palestinian house. Didn't you think? Why didn't Afro-American, for example, try to establish their own state to escape slavery? Because it's not normal, it is not right. So we have all to admit that Israel this way is just a more elegant democratic version of ISIS, a country based on religion.